go check out what the Bay of Islands is like. Have you ever thought about going to New Zealand on your cruise? Today I'm taking you with me to the stunning Bay of Islands right from the deck of the Brilliance of the Seas. This place is something else. Even a little bit of rain and cool, humid air, it's just still so beautiful. It's been a really unusual trip. This is my second city in New Zealand. It's just more of a tucked away place, lazy, quiet place, simple life, beautiful landscape, gorgeous scenery, a lot of wildlife. So it's a camera happy place, and I'm happy to show you it. So let's get started. I jumped on a small group tour which was going to take me out to the Bay of Islands and over to some surrounding islands where we can get off and visit. There's one in particular. And this tour, I was attracted to it because it's more than just walking around town and souvenir shopping. It's really getting out and seeing nature and seeing what it's all about. Hours. It costs $154, but I got it for $119 because I kept looking for discounts, and if you book way early they kind of go on sale, so you want to just keep checking your prices. But anyway, I came to this beautiful place, the Bay of Islands, and it really is a Bay of Islands since there's 144 of them. It's really incredible. And it's a little cool, so you want to be dressed warm for this place. It's kind of like on the level of Alaska, but maybe not quite as cold. And we left at 7:30 in the morning, returning at around 10:30.
That'll break tomorrow.
Here we go. Kind of feels like I'm in Norway. That's what I'm feeling right now. This is a really small port. Off we go. It's a very fast operation. But this is not a port that you would imagine anybody coming into for a cruise. I mean, there's nothing here. Beautiful though. Well, we're really going fast here. There's our ship. We're gonna get sick on this. This is like going out whale watching or something. Pretty crazy. We're off to a place called Roberson Island, and we're gonna get off there. Quite scenic, beautiful. This is a 2.5 hour tour. I can see why. It's a little rocky. I don't know. Going against the current, it's pretty bumpy. Definitely want a warm jacket, a scarf, a hat, something. It's kind of cold.
Alright folks, no mind, hide am I. Yes, fine onion. So welcome everybody to the Bay of Islands. Folks, we're just going to stop here. A couple of different stories. Cook was said to be here around about between 7 and 10 days. So with that time he was then allowed back ashore. He finished mapping the islands and he walked up to a high point, looked around and named this the Bay of Islands.
The island of Roberson Island used to be called the Paihia, and that was first discovered by Captain Cook in 1769, just off the shores of what is known as Cook's Bay. And at the time, the island was inhabited by up to 300 Maori. And then this particular island was sold to a person by the name of Roberson, and so that's why the island changed names. 44 of the total 63 hectares on the island are privately owned, with the remaining 19 hectares are now designated public conservation land.
So this is our first contact with the British. Folks, if you just look at the little reef there, you'll see a small memorial sitting on top. So that just commemorates Cook's landing here.
So Roberson Island is a stunning, beautiful location and used in many tourist guides by the Bay of Islands. It is so easy to get lost into this scenery, and there's no problems for a solo traveler. It wasn't awkward at all.
To the right-hand side of the boat, that island is called Urupukapuka. Now, Urupukapuka is the only privately owned island in the Bay of Islands. So
We saw some dolphins over here, 2 bottlenose dolphins, but I didn't catch it.
we also get the orcas. They were here a couple of days ago.
Orcas coming in too.
And
Gosh, they're right there. Come on, guys, come on up. They're right there. Yeah, they were very close. Where are they? Oh, I wonder if they went under.
so these days the Bay of Islands is safe.
And as we were coming into the particular island, you can see all this marine life around you. There's all kinds of birds that are sighted there, and then we had some bottlenose dolphins that were playing around our ship. And so it's moments like these that you really remember why you like to travel, and even on your own it's just so amazing. It's like becoming part of a bigger picture, and this adventure is just you and nature, and there was no awkwardness. It was just pure beauty, really. And I want to say to all of you solo travelers out there, if you're thinking about doing something like this, go for it. The Bay of Islands makes me realize how solo trips are not just about discovering new places, but also it's kind of a peaceful place, you know, and meeting a few people along the way who are on the same journey as you. It's just really, really special. So initially we were supposed to be stopping at an island that was a little closer, but because of the inclement weather, they decided to stop at the Urupukapuka Island Resort Reserve in the Northland region. It was a stunning coastal surrounding. It's a great place for families to relax on the beach, swim, kayak, fish, or explore the nearby walking trails. And the passenger ferries go to this area every day in the peak summer season. There is a restaurant and cafe, and we were just there for an hour, so it was nice to get a snapshot of the area. But this is such beautiful terrain. I mean, it must be so nice to just explore this region. It's like an open mess area. It's cute. People are happy here. It's supposed to be so nice when it's a beautiful day. It's beautiful. It's pouring rain again. This is what it looks like outside here. Gorgeous. Incredibly green and just gorgeous. Anyway, this is where we are today. These are the different trails you can ride. Like I said, this is the only island you can camp on, apparently. But what a place. I can't even imagine staying here. It's just beautiful. This could be anywhere in, say, Ireland, Scotland, Canada, but it's New Zealand. Some sheep on the hills, and there's lots of trails you can walk. So unlike yesterday's tour that was, I don't know, maybe $75 or whatever, this was $150, possibly, maybe I paid $119, I think, but honestly, this was worth it. It takes you way out into all these beautiful islands. Naturally, I left my raincoat in my room, which was a mistake, but just the beauty of this place is just incredible. It's so green and lush, not too cold, I'd say, like I say, 60s. It's just so fresh air. The fresh air is nice. It's really, really beautiful. I mean, if you're into scenic beauty, you like nature and landscapes and that type of thing, this would be an enjoyable tour for you. So this was quite a trip. I would highly recommend it. It was, even though it was cooler, it still was summer, considered summer here. I understand that this area is the gateway to the Arctic, so I guess it's kind of like that type of climate. But it was not cold, it was just a bit cold. There's a downtown free shuttle, and I guess it's right over here.
Good morning.
Morning. So you just go.
The red and white shuttle bus at the end of the line.
Basically, here's our ship, and you're pulling into this pier. There is some type of a Waitangi treaty ground, so there's a museum and something about, I don't know, memorabilia for this tribe, and some type of New Zealand history is over there. But if you want to, you can walk this to here. It's a 25-minute walk, or hop the shuttle bus right over here, and then it takes you here, and they run every 10 minutes. Anyway, I'm free shuttle that takes you downtown for shops and things, and we'll see what that's about. Paihia is often referred to as the heart of the Bay of Islands, and it is the main tourist hub for exploring the scenery and history of the area. It is just a stone's throw away from the Waitangi Treaty Grounds, where the Treaty of Waitangi was signed in 1840, which kind of was the foundational document for New Zealand's history.
Coming up on the right, we have the Maritime up on the poles, which represent the 40 chiefs at the treaty grounds.
It is an adventure's paradise, whether you're into kayaking, sailing, fishing, or parasailing. It's an ideal spot for dolphin watching, as well as it being a subtropical climate. It kind of is a little bit warm, which means it's a great destination year-round, but it is a summer holiday location as well. There are 1,700 inhabitants in this town that live there full-time. And you can easily access the 144 islands that make up the Bay of Islands. There's ferries and tour boats that regularly depart from Paihia, offering day trips and excursions. And it is rich in the Maori culture and history, and stunning landscapes. There is great seafood. There's a lot of community festivals.
My mother and father were the last lighthouse keepers out at Cape Brett Lighthouse, out by the hole in the rock. We lived out there for 9.5 years. And then we moved to Paihia. 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 And My sisters and I did correspondence schooling. We used to get our groceries once a month. Coming up to the little traffic lights here that we had specially put in for the Australians to cross the road. Supermarkets, pharmacy, and much more. Restaurants, souvenir shops, everything. Directly after the lights on the right we have the market. Directly in front of us we have salt air. Great way to see the bay. Alright folks, well this is the Maritime building right here. The Wharf, the Russell is down that way.
The downtown, this is where they drop you off and you pick up your shuttle bus here. There's a little bit of shopping here and some places to eat. Lots of the same things I saw yesterday. Here's some of the beaches that are in the area. And today, this is where we were, but it was so rainy it didn't look like this, but we were supposed to get off here. So apparently you can buy tickets to go to another island. It's $7. We're only here till 3:30. I don't want to risk. I don't really know where I'm going, but it looks like rain is in the forecast. But this is kind of the area that you'd be leading. All kinds of people selling tours. There's a bar and restaurant right there. It's really just a little beautiful place. It's Alaska vibes to me. And not a very populated area, but they embrace tourism. It's pretty crazy. I'm in a pharmacy and I just bought a brush because I don't have one handy and I was really looking wiped out. This is their public library. It was a few rooms of a home that somebody donated. A family ended up owning it and donated it, and it's a little teeny library, like something you'd see in, I don't know, it's just so unexplored out here, it seems to me. It went from a owner of Hapu to Christian mission site to a private family residence, and now it's a museum. Wireless internet available outside the library. That's a new one. It's such a cute little place. This little house. It is now the library. This town we're in is Paihia, I guess. I feel like I went back in time here. Labradoodle. He's so cute. He's 2.5 years old and he reminds me of my golden retriever, but his hair is different and he said he doesn't groom them. I can't even place where this place reminds me of. I don't know. It's kind of a cross between the unknown explored area or something. I don't know. A helicopter tour there. What a cute, peaceful place. People just living their life. It's really nice. I'm back at the Maritime bus stop, ready to take my bus back to the area to get going. It's a mix of historical significance, natural beauty, and lots of adventure. So it is so beautiful there and really refreshing. I was so surprised this was even a cruise port stop, because the tender inn, it was just a small dock you'd find on any kind of local boat outing. It wasn't anything like I'd expect for a cruise ship. So that was really amazing, and I hope the cruise ships don't always go there, because it would just ruin it. And in Paihia, there's all types of tours that you can try to book. There's fishing, and there's a helicopter ride and other things that take you out onto the water, because as you see, there's 144 different islands out here, so it's pretty amazing. It's a great thing to see. I mean, I would hate to have only done this, because then I wouldn't have seen what I saw. So the tour I took, I really liked. There's the tender will take you back to here. The tender's about, I don't know, 15-20 minutes. So it was really a nice little place. It's very I don't know, it doesn't even seem that populated to me. It's just kind of far removed from things, and so it just had a whole different feel, like a new frontier kind of place. That's what it reminds me of. Very nice, and the people were sweet, pleasant, curious about us as we are about them. So on this little teeny map that I am showing you, give you an idea of what I did today. This is the city I was just talking about that we were at. So when we went out all around here to all these different places. I couldn't tell you the names of anything, but it was very beautiful. So back at the room now. The tour was great. I had a good time, but I would tell you that you probably need to be bringing a packable raincoat, a sweatshirt, or a packable vest, a sweater, a scarf, because it was a little cold and it did rain. So, you know, when you get wet, it doesn't feel good. We were out on the water, so as you can see from my footage, it kind of got soaked. But here's an example of what to bring. So you can bring a lightweight vest that is really easy to pack. It folds super easy, but it keeps you warm. Bring a scarf. And then I've been wearing this a lot. It has the zippered pockets here to, you know, just keep things safe, and it has a high neck that comes all the way up. So it's nice when you put these together, and then you have this, and it's super warm. So, and they're lightweight, and this I wear, like I said, on the ship a lot. I haven't really worn this yet, but luckily I have it. When I packed it, I thought it was so odd to be bringing something like this on a French Polynesian cruise, but on this portion of it, it is actually kind of cool, even at sea. So, you know, unless you land in the solarium, which is not always easy to get a chair until like 4:30, you might end up wanting to be a little warmer. It's a very small little city. It's very quaint. I don't think there's a lot of populace here. Everybody that lives here is either working with fishing or tour operating. Tourism is big here, and so the city welcomes the ships that do come in. The lady that did our tour today, it's a family-owned business. She takes a lot of pride in what she does, so that was nice to see. And she loves it here. She was born and raised here and will never leave. And it's a different lifestyle for sure, and I enjoyed getting to hear what she had to say, and it just was beautiful. So really a contrast from Auckland. Auckland's more of a city, and you know, your high-end shops and just your typical city, where this was more kind of like Alaska or Canada or somewhere just unspoiled and just beautiful. So I did enjoy the tour. I think it was worth it. I would recommend it if you like to get out and take pictures of landscapes and scenery and you just like to be out in nature and enjoy that feel of that. So that was nice. I did like it. Oh, also, there is another little island right nearby this one, and there's a ferry that takes you over there for $7, and it leaves every 5 to 10 minutes. So it's kind of like just right next door, and it's another historical homes and older homes, and I guess it used to be a place where sailors and whalers used to go and enjoy some time off, from what I understand. So that's interesting. But it's a nice area. I've just never been over to this part of the world, so I was really happy to discover it. I mean, if you have a chance, you should check out a Trans-Pacific cruise. It's long, but it's really different, and it's just very beautiful. So I'm really happy to have seen this. Yeah. So I do have a whole playlist on the Brilliance of the Seas. I did solo travel as well, so check out my playlist and see what else I've been up to and how I fared on this trip. And thank you again for watching, and if you have found this helpful or informative, please make sure you hit that thumbs up button and consider subscribing. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time.